Hi, I'm Mug the Innkeeper. Probably gonna change that name eventually, but that's the best shit I could come up with. So, let's carry on to the video where I just walk around and piss about Christmas. Because I'm a Grinch. And I hate Christmas. I do! I hate Christmas for a plethora of small, tiny, insignificant things that in and of themselves wouldn't make a holiday horrid, as Christmas is. So let's compare Christmas to one of my favorite holidays, if not my favorite, Halloween. Now, for Halloween, there's not a lot of preparation. There's not a lot of decoration. There's pumpkins, which is a fairly new thing for Halloween anyway. And then there's spooks and other stuff. You can put up lights. You can put up big spiders with spider webs, but you don't have to. There's no obligation. You're not seen as a unfestive person if you don't. You're seen as a normal person who doesn't have time for that because it's a child thing. And for Christmas, if you don't do it, someone's gonna comment on it. And they're going to be justified in the eyes of, I hate to use this word unironically, but society. And that's just annoying, basically, because I don't like decorations. They're annoying and gross. They throw out the whole feng shui of the building, basically. And they're messy. They're always messy. You have to take them out for like a month, and then you put them back, but no one really puts them back for the first month. They just kind of let it be. And then you'll have these people who don't have any time in their day, but they went out of their way to put up a bunch of lights, but now it's the end of January, and it's getting ridiculous. Martha, please stop it. I know you have kids, just don't put up the lights. So, that is something, but what really gets me mad is this whole Santa concept. Santa used to be a pretty niche thing. He used to be this invisible person that you saw sometimes on Coke bottles. He wasn't all over the place like he is now. Of course, like I mentioned with Coke bottles, he was on some advertisements, but he wasn't the sole proprietor of most of the advertisements. I don't know if proprietor is... I'm trying to use fancy words to sound smart, so it's not a boring conversation with an idiot, but I'm failing. So, on Halloween, we don't directly lie to our kids about an old man breaking into our house at night after we fall asleep and we can't see him until... even if we try to stay up because he just won't come. We don't lie to them. We tell them, go get candy from strangers. Not quite strangers, you know what I mean? Except for that old lady at the end of the street that hands out carrots or toothbrushes. That's a stranger. I'm not going to admit to ever knowing her. Halloween doesn't have the lies that Christmas does. And the fact that our most celebrated, happy, love each other holiday is just the main attraction for most atheists is a lie that you tell to your kids so you can feel smarter because you know it's a lie and they don't. That's a little disgusting. Pisses me off. A lot of things piss me off. I'm generally a negative person. I'm trying to fix that, but, you know, this is something I feel I'm justified in. Probably not. I don't know, maybe I'm just insane. Like, look at this. Look at that decoration. It doesn't look fancy. It's just something I found. It's a foam tree in the middle of nowhere. There are no other decorations to be seen. A foam tree behind a school. Are you kidding me? That's supposed to be festive? This is what our holiday needs? Tiny little foam trees that we'll forget about and get kicked around and then thrown in a dumpster. That's pathetic. And the mentality around Christmas is smile, be happy, but when you strip away the Catholic and Jewish feelings around this holiday season and you just have the atheist part, it becomes very superficial. It's not about giving anymore, it's about giving and then getting. You have gifts that you're entitled to. If you know somebody won't give you presents, you're probably not going to give them presents. And that's a big problem that our world suffers, because eventually children will grow up and learn the lies. I don't think anyone will be celebrating Christmas like we do this year in the next generation. They'll probably just be having tame little parties with their besties. They're not going to say anything about giving. They're not going to say anything about Santa, because what's the point? They're probably going to piss on all the commercials that overdo it. All commercials overdo it, honestly. And that'll be that. No one will care, because Christmas is no longer immortal. Christmas is now just a party that some people do. And it feels intoxicating. Why? Why do I have to participate in this thing? Why am I an evil person if I don't? Why is it that everyone who doesn't like Christmas is labeled a Grinch, even though they're not actively destroying others' happiness? Dr. Seuss did not make the Grinch to shit on people who don't like Christmas. He made it to shit on people who ruin Christmas for others. And that is how everything is changing. Now, granted, probably in 2 more generations we'll be back to this. Maybe a few more, depending on how the religion is connected to the United States. Maybe Islam will be the next United States. Though they don't really get to start from scratch. Maybe someday we'll be able to celebrate Christmas honestly again, instead of this superficial madness. The music that starts before Halloween that just gets ingrained in your head. I mean, I hate Christmas as a whole, but I still catch myself singing the songs because I've heard them thousands of times, if not tens of thousands of times. It's maddening to try and avoid those songs, because you can't avoid the songs. They're everywhere. And the more Christmas turns into this superficial pissing contest, the more the songs turn into just the average country song singing about sex, beer, women, all that. Or if a female is writing the song, then it will be about killing your man or fucking Santa. Back to Santa with this. Can we talk about Black Santa for a moment? I feel like the Black Santa movement is in and of itself harmless if we didn't have to acknowledge the people behind it just hating whites. If we didn't have to acknowledge them, then the Black Santa movement would be just fine. I'm fine with Black Santas being in CVS, though it is a little freaky to be seeing a 10-foot man out of the corner of your eyes while you're trying to pick out the cheapest gummy bears. There is nothing wrong with changing Santa's ethnicity, because Santa is not a real person. Yes, he is based off a saint, but he is no longer that saint. That saint would never condone the things that Santa is put into. He would never. He's about giving generously to those who need it. And frankly, if I had to if I was that saint, I would want to distance myself from that image as much as possible because it's foul. It's just foul. It seems right, but then when you take a close look, it's something wrong and dirty. So we hit the 10-minute mark. Leave your comments down below about how you feel about Santa and Christmas as a whole. If you want me to do a video on any particular subject, say it in the comments. I have no viewers because I just started this channel, so I'll take literally any recommendation. Unless it's something I don't want to do. But there's this... Oh, like and subscribe that too. If you wouldn't mind sharing, that'd be great. I would really appreciate it. I'll be uploading basically daily because these videos aren't hard to make. I just go out in an alley, poke around a bit, bitch for 10 minutes, 11 minutes apparently, probably 12 or 13 when I'm done with this. So, yeah, see you in the next video. I'll try to make it higher quality, do a little more, find a better location that's more entertaining. But other than that, this is what I plan to make. Okay, bye.